exciting today. We have one of the most exciting chefs in the Philippine landscape. We all know that this chef, Sau Del Rosario. Chef Sau actually comes from four generations of chefs. Correct, Chef Sau? Four
Yes.
generations of chefs. He hails from Pampanga and actually started culinary adventure by studying in UP. After UP, he worked in Western Philippine Plaza and also in the newly opened Shangri-La EDSA. It was there that he caught the eye of some very big names in the culinary world, both here and international. And that opened up avenues for him, and he went to France. His first stop in France was actually in Nice. And I'm so excited because I'm going to Nice in December. So his first stop was in Nice, and not just any stop. He actually trained with a Michelin star chef. Now, Michelin star chefs are not easy to train for them because it's very hard to get the position with any Michelin star chef. So it's credit to Chef Sau that his biodata is peppered not with one Michelin star chef as his teacher, but around three Michelin star chefs who taught him in Nice, in Paris, and later again was that in London, and later again in London. Because after Nice, Chef Sau spent 3 years in Paris, and then he moved to yet another Michelin star restaurant, this time in London. After London, he came back to the Philippines for a while. He opened up a taxi. And then Singapore called because he caught the eyes of some very big names again. After Singapore, he came back here with us and opened a cafe. And after that, he opened several other restaurants. Right now, two of his restaurants are very, very well known. And if you look and you Google, they're listed as among the top 10 or 20 in the top 10. One of them is my favorite, Cafe Fleur, where I bought this cookbook. There, Chef Sau's cookbook. You can only buy it there or in his other restaurant, Sau Sau. So I hope you go there because I'm not just saying this because Chef Sau is our chef for sure, but I like fine food. I like good food. And it's a wonderful experience when you go there because you can really taste the melding of cultures in the cooking of Chef Sau. You have the European flair, you have the Oriental flair, and most distinct and most importantly, the Filipino. Now, I won't say too much anymore. I'm going to turn you over to our chef for the day, Chef Sau Del Rosario. Thank you! Yay!
Wow, that was a long introduction.
Because you have long credentials, chef.
You're like, yeah, but I feel old.
No, you don't feel old. You're not old at all. Hello, you're very young. You're one of the youngest culinary stars in the
Anyway, I want to say hi to everyone. Jenny Silayan asked me to do this. Pinilit niya ako. Umuo ako. No, best because Jenny and I are kumpare and kumare. And of course, you guys, I'm sure most of you guys, they have been to M Cafe, Chelsea, now Sau Sau, and it's my one way of, it's like a payback to me, right? But then again, I always love to do this because I share my recipes, my knowledge through food, and I hope this recipe you would learn from it because this is one of my favorite recipes. All right, so let me tell you about this recipe. It was given to me by my Tita Edith Singyan. You know, food is always a good, what do you call this, a communicator, right? I got to know Tita Edith through food because she's such foodie. And of course, we get along well. And then she passed this recipe to me. So when I turned 20 years as a chef, I thought of like coming up with a book just to, you know, to recognize all the people who helped me out through my career. They molded me, they influenced me. So I thought that I would come up with a book called 20 Years of Love, 20 Years of Love and Cooking. So ito, nandito lahat yung mga story, starting with my mom, of course, my parents, my mentors, my friends, and all the recipes are here, including the chicken galantina. And it's special to me because it's bonded us together, we became friends, and because of the chicken galantina. And of course, my mom also used to make galantina in Pampanga. You know, in Pampanga, is always sacred. Cooking is always sacred. And of course, I got the DNA, I got the genes from my father was a chef, and my mom is a great cook. How can you go wrong with that, right? So,
Paper.
yeah, so for now, I want to, you know, just a gesture. I want to share one cookbook to any one of you who could answer my question later on. I will may pasabog. So, I will ask one question. I will give you my number. You could text the answer. If I text you back, that means you are the lucky winner. So, my number is...
Thank you. May raffle pa. Thank you.
Sige, Anna, write down my number. You might get another book. Okay, the number is 0917 55... Okay, ulitin ko. 0917 556 0917 uli. So easy to remember. 0917 556 0917. Okay?
Got it. I will post it in our cooking club thread.
If your answer is wrong, you have to pay the book.
Okay, if the answer is wrong, I suggest you pay for the book because it's really, really good. As in, Chef, I noticed some of your best sellers are in the book. So you're really very generous with your recipes. You don't keep your best sellers. They're actually all here.
Oh yes, I don't keep recipes. I share it, so they flow. They will be passed on to the next generations, and that is what you call heritage recipe. They're meant to share. You know, hindi pwedeng mamatay lang ako sa akin yung recipe. They need to be shared. They need to be recognized, and you know, like I said, you could pass it on to your generation, and that's a story about food. You know, ang ganda ng flow ng food. It's my lola's recipe, and then I give it to my pamangkin, for example, or even to you. So to start off with our chicken galantina, of course, we need whole chicken. By the way, it's very important that your chicken is very fresh, right? And you need a very clean pair of hands because it requires a lot of touching. Otherwise, you could also use your gloves, but then it becomes slippery as well. But make sure your hands are clean, then you're okay with it. So again, make sure your chicken is also very fresh, right? I believe that good food is always like, it comes from good ingredients. So make sure your chicken is fresh. Organic chicken is pwede, that's even better. And I got this plump chicken, and I wash it, I dried it, so it looks so big and healthy. All right, so okay guys, I'm always fascinated with the recipe, but because whenever it's served in front of me, I thought it's just too hard to do because it takes a lot. Ang dami niyang sangkap, ang dami niyang rakado. So it's very complicated. I thought it was very complicated, but when I learned the recipe, ang dali lang pala. It's all about the technique and you know, the technique that you could apply in the chicken, how to debone your chicken. So otherwise, you could just roll it in a, you know, aluminum foil, the stuffing, and that's it. But it's also nice, like this wool galantina is also nice to share it with your friends during, say, Christmas or even potlucks. And you want to show off a bit, pwede ka magpakapagod ng konti. You could do your chicken galantina. So far, this recipe, the chicken galantina, it doesn't fail. It didn't fail me. Lagi siyang parang star of the show. So in Pampanga, we use a lot of this during Christmases. But also it could be for like special occasion, birthdays, even like meeting up friends, dinner over somebody's house. The chicken galantina is always a winner. All right? So whenever you're ready, I'm ready to start with my chicken.
We're ready, Chef, and I already posted your number, and I told everybody to listen so that they can answer correctly.
Fantastic. So first, we need to, kailangan siguro din, medyo ano yung knife mo, matalim, no? I am taking out the neck. Okay, so first, I took out the neck, and then, okay, feel the, you know, meron siyang shoulder blade dito. And the blade is attaching the flesh of the breast. So you need to, have to be extra careful. Find out kung saan yung buto, like that. Slice it a bit, and then the other side. So you're parang letter V. Ultrasound, can you focus a bit so that the ladies would, all right? And then you snap it. Ito yung letter V na sinasabi ko. All right, so it's letter V. And that means na-detach na yung ano natin, yung breast. And then the next step would be insert your thumb or your finger and then try to press down the meat. All right? I know this is a little bit complicated, but once you learn this, you probably need 10 chicken to do it. You just practice it. Otherwise, you could go to your butcher and ask for it, but it's all worth it when you learn how to do it because you could pass the technique to your yaya or even yourself. You could do it anytime you want to make chicken galantina. So
So, chef, you are pushing down the bone.
yes,
Where
yeah, I could feel the ribs. So just continue pressing down the flesh as it detach the ribs. So makukuha mo yung the whole carcass, right? So hanapin mo lang. Now I'm almost done. It's always like that. It's very challenging, but this is the most difficult part of the process, no? So kailangan na nating
Chef, in case we will try, no, but in case we can't do it, the butcher, someone in the groceries will do that. We just tell them to debone. That's what we say.
I knew you're gonna ask that.
Can
Yeah,
we say, what do we tell the butcher? Debone?
Yeah, just debone the chicken relleno style. So
Relleno style, okay.
now I would just pick the bone out like that, like this. So
Wow.
ito na yung buto. So yung sumamang meat, you could put it back later on, or you could even put on your farce. All right. So now I could still get some of the ribs. Just take it out. Yeah.
Just take out any bone. Okay.
Yeah. And now, okay, malinis na. Now the hardest, the next difficult thing to do is to detach the bone at the back, and make sure you don't cut the skin, because the skin is very important. Pag nabutas yung skin, wala na, ilalabas na yung farce mo, no? So I see, oh, you see my finger here?
Yeah.
I'm just rubbing it down until I get the whole bone, and then pwede mo siyang putulin na. There you go.
Okay, chef, the
So-
first time you did it, did you break the skin or did you get it right the first time?
Well, I've done this probably many times. I had that time na minsan yung chicken skin medyo sensitive din, no? Oh, so yeah, sometimes I tore it, but pwede naman kahit ano lang. Pwede pang right. So on the other part, pag medyo malalim na, pwede mo siyang kunin dito sa cavity, right?
That's a bigger access point, no?
Yeah. So yan, medyo crack na.
I heard that crunch, chef.
Yeah, ang galing ni Tristan, he even put a microphone on our chicken.
I know. I can hear the crunch of the bone being
Yeah.
removed. But you know,
So-
chef, I think I will just tell the butcher to do the bone.
Right?
No, but I'll try it. I'll try it tomorrow.
Yeah, please try it. No guts, no glory.
Too.
Ayun. So, wala na yung buto. Yeah, it's kind of messy, but that's the way. There's no shortcut. Like, walang machine na gagawa nito. Right? So, alright, now it's almost done. Top, wala na. Now you want to save the wings, and you want to save the leg. Alright? So basically, ganito lang siya. Alright? So, I'll put it back here because I have a clean product here. Kasi ito wash na, malinis na. So, it's the same. It's a different chicken but the same, na debone na lahat. Right? So,
So
I'll
after
keep-
deboning, chef, we're supposed to like wash it.
basically it's already clean. I pre-wash it already. But normally what we do in Pampanga, we marinate the chicken with, say, soy sauce and some calamansi. What I'm teaching you is basically the old school, you know. In Pampanga, this is what they do. That's why masarap siya. Leave it overnight, or like say at least for 3 or 4 hours. All right? Like this one is already marinated. And then now let's do our farce. Okay, this one the easy. That's the hardest part actually. And this is the easy part. Okay, I bought like half a kilo of ground chicken. Right? I need to.
Do we tell them to grind white or red
Yes.
or both, or it has to be white?
That's a good question. Normally, I would use the thigh and the breast. You know, the thigh kasi medyo mayroon siyang fat, and you need to render a little bit of fat. So I don't mind putting the chicken because the chicken skin will also add on moisture to the stuffing, right? And in the recipe, wala, dali. So you could put like onions, your
White onions are out. You're using red onions, no, chef?
yeah, it could be like white or red. Pickle relish, some capers,
Capers.
yes, black olives, pwede rin green olives.
For everyone's info, we'll be posting the recipe later, so don't worry, we'll be posting it.
Okay, I would also put some green peas.
Peas.
Yeah, green peas. I love the color. There's black, there's green, there's red, there's yellow. And okay, the three components, we have three kinds of meat. I have the chorizo, I have the hamon or ham, and I have the Vienna sausage.
What kind of ham, chef?
Well, if you want, you could use a smoked ham that will give you a smoky flavor. I don't. You could use sweet ham if you want. So any kind, pwede naman.
What
And
do
then
you
for,
use?
well, this one is smoked ham. I use we smoke our ham here. We have a butcher right on the other store, and then okay, some guys they don't like raisins. Raisins also good. Give you that natural sweetness to balance the pickles, which is a little bit matamis din pero may sweet siya. And then I would put some parsley. And what else? Okay, now to pull the ingredients together, I have some white. I have like yung tasty bread. I only cut the white part, and then you mix it with the gatas, with the milk, and
You're
then we
using
try.
evap? Are you using evap milk or
No.
fresh milk?
I use the fresh milk,
Fresh, okay.
and then I could, it's nice when you use this instead of breadcrumbs because this one is more flavorful. All right, and then I will just mix everything together. Para lumambot yung bread. Ito ang magiging binder mo ngayon. So, you could put some of this here or the whole thing. And then you need some cream. Using culinary cream, fresh cream. And then your eggs.
That's all-purpose cream, no, chef?
Yeah, all-purpose cream. And then you need like 4 eggs. Can I have grater? Or you could put some of the cheese. No, I could do this. I like it when you cut it. There is like a chunk of cheese also. You could either grate it or you could just simply pull it like this. And I use cheddar because it's creamy. This is so Pinoy, and I like about it. Well, Galantine is not just Pinoy. There's a French version. They call it Galantine, right? I'm sure the Spaniard they also have their version. But what makes it so unique, the ingredients, the Pinoys, they do raisins and they put some queso. That's very Filipino, which I really, really like. What else? I could put a. Go ahead. You have question?
Question, you mentioned there's French galantine. How different would that be from the Filipino galantine?
Okay, the word galantine is really like it should be served cold. While when you say rellenong manok, which is very Pinoy, it's always served hot, right? So that's a difference. But for Pinoys, the chicken galantine can be eaten either hot or cold. Normally we serve it for dinner. The following morning we eat it with pandesal. And that's the way the French eat it. They like it cold with aspic, and that's what they call galantine. I think we inherited it also both from the Spaniard and from the French, but I'm sure we have our own version. We have an entirely different, unique version. So going back to my recipe, did I answer your question, Anna?
Yes, you did. They serve it cold.
So I'm putting some pepper, right? See, ang mahirap talaga yung pag-debone ng chicken. However, everything you just have to mix together, like ganyan lang. You could use your hands if it is clean, but I use my gloves as well, so I'll show you guys.
And the bread that you incorporated, does that have to be stale bread or 3-day-old bread, or any bread can be?
Oh, well, any bread. It could be baguette, it could be pan americano, it could be your leftover bread. You could buy from supermarket. Any pwede naman. Worst it could happen, wala ka talagang breadcrumbs lang talaga, pwede naman siya. Alright, so now,
Breadcrumbs, panko, or ordinary breadcrumbs?
yeah, panko is good, or even ordinary breadcrumbs is good as well. Now, my technique also is that I incorporate some cold butter so that when it starts cooking in the oven, it will melt inside and give you a very moist galantina. Just some butter, a little bit of that. That's my technique as well. So just fold it, and that's about it. All right. So you could leave your farce for say overnight if you want it. Otherwise, you could continue processing your chicken galantina. Okay.
Chef, I've not met that word farce in cooking before. Farce is filling?
Yeah, farce is in French is like the stuffing.
Okay.
All right. So we're ready. We have to. We could insert now our. You could use spoon if you want, or otherwise you could also use your hand to stuff your marinated boneless chicken. Yan. Make sure this thing medyo loose ng konti. Kailangan nakasara para hindi lumabas yung stuffing.
Do we have to
Could
sew
I-
it closed or no?
Pardon?
Do we have to sew it closed? Because some galantines.
Yeah, you could sew it, you could tie it, or you can use toothpick, say for example, because the skin is anyway flexible, like this. I would put my toothpick.
Oh, okay. Like a skewer, okay.
Yeah, skewer lang, para lang hindi lumabas yung
Barbecue stick pwede.
barbecue stick. Now, pwede na siyang umupo, and then just insert all the stuffing. Hanggang mabusog siya. But you know, do not overstuff because one is cooked baka mag-explode siya, no?
How do you know if you're overstuffing, chef?
Well, we have to bring it back to its form.
Original form, okay.
Yan, so kulang pa, pwede pa yan. Then, the leftover, you could keep it or you could even roll it in an aluminum foil. Pwede yan. Yan. I don't need to put a lot of salt because the cheese is kind of salty also. So, tama lang yun, no? So, basically, yun na. Pwede kang gumamit ng ano. I heard you're doing crochet tomorrow, right? Sayang.
Crochet. Yeah.
Dapat nauna yon kasi ma-apply mo na yung crochet mo dito.
We're gonna crochet the chicken closed? Oh my goodness, okay.
Yeah. So this one, kung hindi ka marunong, go to your mananahe.
That's called a slip stitch in crochet. You're doing
Then-
slip stitch. Okay.
Ano to? Cross stitch?
Slip stitch, hindi cross stitch. Slip
Some-
stitch.
Okay. So wait lang I need to put the stuffing again because it's coming out. And then, yon. Ano mo lang. Yan.
And you're using twine, kitchen twine?
No, this time I'm only using parang cocktail toothpick.
Cocktail.
Alright.
Using crochet, perfect. You can use, but don't use colored ha, baka magkakulay.
Teka lang, medyo weak yung yung toothpick. Again, I'll try that. Yan. Okay? Now, kailangan bago mo siya i-bake, maganda yung position ng chicken. So, I need to clean a bit. So, maganda yung position niya. Ibabalik mo siya sa form. Dapat nakaganon siya. Okay, na get the tali.
Across leg. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there are ways of, trussing your chicken. But this time, I won't make it so complicated so that you guys magawa mo. Can you hold the legs? You might need an assistant because it's kind of slippery, no? So you have to tie the legs. Okay, thank you. Right? And then, yung wings medyo we need to clip it kasi parang nakaganon siya. So we need to keep it like that. So again, we need to tie it.
And this time you're using kitchen twine.
Yeah, you need a twine for this.
I guess you can also use crochet for that, but please use color white or else parang Bridget Jones, diba? She used blue string, naging blue yung soup.
Exactly. So, gagawin mo, iano ko lang. para hindi masyadong nakabuka yung wings. So we need to clip it. Alright.
Okay. So you're parang clipping it in the shoulders.
Okay, now you have the whole chicken na, maganda na yung form. Again,
Looks so fat.
yeah, yun. The last stage, you need to put the butter and rub it.
Massage.
Ito, so when you bake it, medyo may moisture siya. And then you could apply paprika, for example, para maganda yung color. Yan. And then can you get the
paprika, chef, no? Sweet
sweet paprika para maganda yung color niya. And then now I could put my chicken galantina on a pan.
You don't coat the back with butter, just the top.
Just the top. Para hindi siya mag-dry when you put it in the oven. Okay, this one you could bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or say 175 centigrade for 1.5 hours. All right? So this one goes to the oven. Okay. Right? So this won't get boring because I will teach you how to make simple salad. And this is my favorite salad. I'll just clean a bit. If you have a question, let me know. Oh yeah. And I need to wash my hands because umawak ko ng poultry. Or maybe I'll just wear gloves lang, right? Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to make a salad. This salad is our best seller here in Sau.
I know, I've tried it. I'm so excited I can now make it, but I'll still go there, chef.
But promise you will come back, once you get to know the recipe.
I will still go there. Sarap the food. I haven't tried pa your whole menu.
All right, so I'll wear guantes because I touched the chicken a while ago. I don't want to get contamination. It's very important.
Like guantes, chef, it's black. Where can we
Yes.
get black guantes like that? They're usually
Where do we get the gloves kasi? We have a supplier. I'll text it to you later.
too nice.
Yeah. Yeah, these are professional. These are food friendly. Yeah, food grade. All right. So first, can I get that? No? Let me get this. Okay, here are your recipes. All right. The pako, you need the pako. Get me the pako. Get some. Yan. All right.
Question. Cannot find pako. Can they use another vegetable alternative?
Well, definitely. You could even use arugula if you want, say, romaine, la rosa, you could use. So, the nice thing and the special about it, you use pako. Really, it's really yummy. It's very moist, and it is a very distinct flavor. All right? And to make, go ahead. Can I have another one? Yeah, to make the dressing is very simple, right? You use vinegar. Okay, I have white vinegar here, so I'll just use this. You put some onions. You add some salt and pepper. And some chili. Now, depends on your tolerance. If you want more, you want spicier, you could do that. So basically, that's your dressing. Okay? So madali lang to.
What vinegar do you use, chef?
I use the coconut. The coconut, the puti, right? Say for the, where's my pako? Okay, now I have the pako. You could put it on your, okay, because in the restaurant it's different. You put it on the plate and you put all the garnishes. But actually you could add on the onions. Use the red onions here. And then the tomatoes. Pwedeng cherry tomatoes, pwedeng regular tomatoes. And then you mix everything together. You could toss it. And then you could add your vinaigrette. So, you could do this right before you feast on your galantina. You could have salad in between. That will be lovely. And then just toss it a bit. And then we could put it in the plate. That's lovely. It looks very fresh. Where do we get Pako? We could get it from farmers market. You could get it from One World Deli. We have a shop in One World Deli. And in Pampanga, we put salted egg. You could also use quail egg if you want, if you don't like salty, the salted egg.
There's a question here, Chef.
Yeah.
Can we use baking soda to clean the pako?
Yeah, if you want it, that will be better because you're very clinical. You want it really clean and you want to get rid of the, but the Pako are very organic. They're very fresh. So I don't know the effect, but that's also acceptable. And then the Kesong puti, I got it from Laguna. I need a chunk of the cheese. Ang gandang tignan sa salad.
You put big chunks, huh? Whenever I go there, it's so generous with it.
Yeah, it should be generous. And then you have some prawns. And I could, my signature, normally I would put flour, right? Edible flour. Don't use orchids, huh?
What edible flowers? Gumamela is edible, di ba?
Yeah, gumamela is edible, but as long as they don't spray the flour.
What about? Oh, kasi may insecticide. Okay.
Yes. Others are like this blue pea. They're very common nowadays.
Where can we buy blue pea, Chef?
Yeah, they're available in supermarket, Rosans, or SNR. Or you could even come to Sau. I have a big garden then. In fact, I harvested this a while ago.
Wow.
Yeah, ang ganda oh.
Tell them, Chef. Ganda oh. That's gumamela, no? Is it gumamela?
No, they're like gumamela, but actually they're not gumamela. Anyway, okay. So, I think we're done with our Pako salad. Looks good, oh.
Looks gorgeous, Chef.
Yeah. So, let me go back to my chicken galantina, the star of our meal. So, where do I put this? Should I put it in my book? All right. Then, can you bring the galantina out? Yung luto na. Well, ahead of time, of course, I did my assignment. I made a galantina, so we don't have to wait for an hour and a half. So, I'll fix this a bit so it will look good as well.
I noticed, Chef, you did not put any salt on top of the butter. When you butter the top of the chicken, just put pepper. It's just butter and pepper, no?
Yeah, just butter and pepper. Remember, I didn't put salt and pepper. We marinated the chicken with soy sauce and calamansi already. So I don't want to make it too salty. All right. So can I get the chicken now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I would use my, say gusto kong magpa-impress sa potluck, so I will bring my silver tray like that, and then I will bring my chicken. Can I get the chicken? Oh yeah. So now we have your chicken.
Wow! It's so golden.
Yeah. So, baliktad, you might want to see it, but before serving, you might want to take out the butcher twine or baka makain ng guest.
It looks so good, Chef. Chef, your chicken it doesn't look like the regular size chicken, 1.2 kilos lang. This is
Yeah.
like a jumbo chicken.
No, it's exactly like 1.2, 1.4 chicken. Okay. That's it. And then, okay, the best part is, can I get some orange there and your knife? Sige pa, orange pa. May grapes ako. I want to make it look bongga, and you really want to show off with your, Can you open it? Yeah, just open it. Pull it. See, you could make it look so good.
Wow. Jenny, you're gonna be eating that. Wow.
Jerry, kakainin mo daw to. Yeah. Then, I have some, you could pick from your garden whether you have, say, parsley or Italian basil. I'm using this, I have some oregano in my garden. Yeah, that's part of the charm, diba? When you have all the thing, and then you have some edible flowers also.
Wow, you look like you have an orchard on the tray. It's so pretty.
Yes, right. So, you don't want to cover your chicken because that's the main, ano, baka kala, ano yung grapes. Yan. So, yan. So, how do you like it?
I would like it more if I could try it, but now it looks so good, Chef. It looks so good. Chef, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Picture of chicken galantine in your book, it's sliced into rounds. If we want to slice it into rounds, how would we do it?
Good question. I forgot it was a roulade. That means it's rolled.
Okay.
When you think you don't want to you want to go through the process of deboning chicken, which is very difficult, you could even cut it like into half, and then you spread it. You start taking out of the bone, and then you just put the farce inside, and you could roll it like that, and then you tie it. Parang relleno ba? Ang tawag doon, yeah. You do your roulade, and then you roast it. It's the same. But
This
for
process.
for presentation like fiestas or Pasko, you want to give that to your guests, and you know, as your potluck, syempre maganda pa rin yung gawa ng chicken, nandun yung farm ng chicken.
Anna, I
Right.
missed it. What are the flowers called? The purple ones?
Um, these are used in the salad. Let me get back to you. I don't even know the
sorry,
names.
Chef.
I don't even know.
So interesting.
But the
Yeah.
blue one, you said they're sweet peas or something.
Yeah, those are blue pea. They're called ternate. And I use some
Blue pea.
oregano. You have some oranges. You could use apple if you want, or kiwi. It look good as well. And by the way, for the sauce, you could also use your dripping. Like you have, diba, when you roast it, there are so many. You know, I put a lot of butter there. The chicken jus would go together. You just put some butter there and just, you know, natural jus. You could even spike it with your natural jus, or you could even, like chicken galantine. Normally they put also ketchup to make it. You know, the home style they make ketchup lang. So
Yeah. You mentioned pineapple juice. So we can put pineapple juice with the drink.
yes, yes, definitely. Like if you glaze it, like instead of using white wine, you could use you could like use a little bit of pineapple juice and you simmer it a bit, and that will look. You know, the game. You know, normally game we put acid, we put some fruit to go with it. Like it goes very well with orange or blood orange as well. That will be great also.
Then how do we thicken it? Do we add a thickener to thicken?
Yeah, I like it natural. You could thicken it with cornstarch if you want, or we call it roux butter with butter and flour. But I think a slide of cornstarch will give you the right consistency that you could, you know, it sticks on in your chicken.
Wow, there are questions galore. They're saying it looks really, really good. And then here, um, can we put a little flour on the dripping? You just said, yeah, no, we can make a roux of flour and butter, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And then here, such a delicious looking galantina. Do you have this in your resto? Okay. Do you have this in your resto or is it special order?
No, we have it in the restaurant. In fact, it's one of our best sellers.
And you're
Yeah.
actually giving us the recipe of your bestseller. Thank you so much. Okay, so there's another question here. This was texted to me. Can you use black chicken?
Oh, black chicken.
Flavor totally, di ba?
Yeah, the chicken it has a very strong flavor. Normally, black chicken is used by Chinese to heal when you're may sakit ka because it's very powerful. It has a lot of protein, and you know, it has a very distinct flavor. I don't know if it will blend well with the stuffing, but hey, you could try. You could always do that, right? There's no boundary when it comes to cooking. And it might be too skinny to to debone and you wrap it with black chicken. Yeah, it looks good. It looks black, but I don't know. But I think that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that one of these days.
Black
You
chicken.
gave me an
no?
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that would look very different, no? So if we want to, again, to reiterate, if we wanted to make it a roulade, just split it in the middle, open it up, take out all the same bones you asked us to remove, put in
Yeah.
the farce, you call it farce, diba? Put it in the farce and wrap it and twine it, then put butter and
Yeah.
and then bake at 350 also for 1.5 hours, or does it take longer if you have the whole chicken with the bone?
Ang galing mo, yes. So the way I do it, I will crack it first at the back, so that you have the breast in the middle, and then you could put your farce like that, and you could start roll it. Actually, it's even easier than this one, and then you stop, you know, knotting it, and then you could apply the butter and then put it in your oven. Same procedure, 350. It may cook a little bit it's not.
Faster.
I mean, it will cook faster because it doesn't have all this meat already. So probably you could cook that in 1 hour.
Okay, okay. Some other questions here, chef. Can we
Yes.
also use cornstarch? I guess if you can use flour, pwedeng cornstarch.
Yeah, yeah, you could cook cornstarch as well.
And then, nako, this one, AAA powder. I'm not sure about AAA powder. Pwede bang AAA?
What is AA powder?
That's the parang tapioca starch.
Pwede. It could be potato flour, it could be tapioca, it could be,
That's also okay.
yeah, anything that you're comfortable with.
And
I
then,
find the cornstarch attractive because it gives you that that color, that thin color, and it's very nice when it falls down because may shiny ng konti yung cornstarch.
so cornstarch is good to use. Okay,
Yeah.
and then, sorry, chef, are you okay to take questions? There are a few more.
Yeah,
Uh,
come.
It says here, can we use ordinary thread instead of chicken twine? Like the crochet yarn. Pwede ba yun? I have vested interest. I have so much crochet yarn.
Yeah, the first my chef he noticed that I used the pang talaga, yung pang gonsilyo talaga.
Ayan.
So yeah, you could use it. I have it there. Show them. But when you use the panggochillo, it's so madulas ng konti. So it's quite challenging to knot it. I got this. Sabi niya, chef, you just bought a panggochillo. So
Okay, I know a little bit about ganchillo now because we have a ganchillo club in Traps. So,
yeah.
to let you know, please don't buy the regular milk cotton ganchillo because that's very mabalahibo. You might get all
Yeah.
sorts of threads. So please buy the one chef held is called the Monaco cotton. So you buy the Monaco yarn. Don't get the other yarn, the milk cotton that is full of fiber, or you might get it all over your chicken.
I
And
don't
then-
know what you're talking about, but
I only learned crochet 2 months ago, chef, so I'm making yabang here a little. Kunwari, I know. And
as
then,
long it is food grade, so you can do that also.
and then, this is from Avi. Hi, Avi. She's saying that the orange yellow flower is actually the flower of the dwarf caballero. Wow. Okay,
Thank
Avi,
you.
you always know so much trivia. Then here, okay, where can we get hormone-free chicken? I heard not all free range are hormone-free.
Oh, that's a good question. There will be like a supplier from Abra. There are mga independent suppliers from, say, organic farms as well. Actually, in healthy option, even in like Rustans, they're also available from time to time. Yeah, even like if you go to mga weekend markets, the Gaspi market, they also sell those free hormone.
But chef, here I am pretending I know what hormone-free means. What exactly does it mean? If it's
Well,
hormone-free, how is
well,
it
these, yeah, these are all like artificial additive that makes the chicken grow faster, for example, to make it more, But there are hormones that are natural nowadays, and it said it causes a lot of diseases in the long run, in the short, medium term, long. So we have to be very careful on what to eat. Say if you want to really choosy about what you would give your potluck and you're concerned about you're very particular with chicken, you could do that. Yes.
And then another question, can we use this same stuffing? Wow, this would be big for a turkey.
Turkey, yeah, you could use turkey, you could use duck, you could use any game or poultry, pwede yon. Like pwede yung turkey, ang laki ng turkey relleno.
Unlike okay, but
Yeah.
it might work with duck, no? I never thought of it.
Yeah, I prefer duck because duck I could also put some Chinese sausage and some rice and matchang, and like you could even like bring hay inside or paella. You could do that like what they do with lechon. I think for the turkey it becomes some meaty a bit, so it gets dry easily because It's very thick and it's very lean. Unlike chicken, it's a little bit fatty, or the duck, for example.
Another question. You had sausage in there, chef, right? You had sausage.
Yes, I have
Did you use
I have chorizo Bilbao. I have Vienna sausage, and I have smoked ham as well.
smoked ham? Forest ham, pwede?
Yeah, pwede. Anna, you could even do anything. You could do, say, halal free, so you don't need to use pork. You could use like chicken sausage, or if you want, you could do all vegetables.
All vegetables? What do you mean, all vegetables?
I mean, you want the chicken and you don't want anything meaty inside. You don't like pork or whatever. You could even put like tofu if you want. Well, pretending you're vegetarian but you're using chicken, right? But you could do anything you want. You could use like mushroom with rice. Relleno would refers like to stuff it also. It doesn't mean it has to be with sausages and stuff like that.
You know, chef, I'm just thinking it might be good with like apples and bread, and
Yeah.
apples would work, no?
That is very Thanksgiving. You could also put some chestnuts and some apples and some butter, some bread. That will be like almost like the roast turkey. You can do that also with your chicken. Filipinos, they love to, this is a kind of extravagant. You want to display a little extravagance because you want to have a centerpiece on your table, or you want to impress some barkada when you do your potluck. And that's what they put a lot of things there. You could put foie gras if you want. You could put truffles. What have you in the refrigerator. You could do that.
Wow. Wow. I'm getting so excited now. Tomorrow, I think, chef, I actually have your cookbook, right? So I bought all the ingredients already today. So tomorrow morning, it's the first thing I'm going to do. Because my husband has been waiting 25 years for me to make him galantina, and now I can. Now, are there any other questions? Can you order whole serving raw? Ayaw niya ng slice lang.
Yeah, definitely. We've been doing this even like last Christmas for, say, family trays. But you could also, even like it's not Christmas, you could call me. Can you make me one? I could make it for you. And then normally we serve it with carbohydrate like mashed potato and some butter vegetables and with the drippings. Yeah, we do that. You have my number. You could always text me if you want to order a chicken galantina. And as I promised, I would ask a question, and I will be giving away one signed cookbook by Chef Sau. My question would be, the question I'm thinking, tatanong ko kung ano yung height ko, just kidding. I put up 5 restaurants in Manila. One of them is in Malate. I don't know if you were born then. That's my question. What would be my first restaurant after my trip in France?
I know that. I know that.
I have M Cafe, I have Chelsea, I have Sau and Cafe Flor. There's one restaurant, French restaurant that I put up in Malate. If you know the answer, I would be forced to give you my expensive and beautiful signed cookbook. Okay, I'll wait for your answer.
I'm so excited. But you know what? I'll be fair, okay? Because I have a book. I won't answer for 5 minutes. You still have a chance. I'm so excited.
Just giggling.
Guys, do you have any other questions? Oh, wait, there's a question here. Are you there? Yeah, of course we're here. Okay. So, is there any question pa for Chef Sa? Because, Chef is super busy. He's actually doing mise en place and he's preparing for tomorrow, because I think you're closed today, no?
Yeah, we close on Mondays, but I thought that I will find time for you guys. Even it's my day off, I would.
Oh, thank you.
No mention. It's my pleasure to share a recipe with you, because this is also like I told you, this is Tita Edith's recipe, and I'm so honored to be sharing this recipe to you guys.
Okay, so I'm answering that.
So, somebody just called. I cannot answer your phone. Just text me na lang. you know the answer, no?
I just texted you the answer, Chef. I hope I'm the first. But if I win it, I'll raffle it out again. So, Are there any other questions for Chef Shah? Because before Chef, there's another one here. It's a comment saying, "Thank you so much for organizing this cooking." Chef Sao won't tell you, but Jenny is so grateful. I am so grateful because as soon as Jenny asked him, he said right away. Then on top of that, Chef Sao even got a professional group to do this Zoom. It's not like our other Zooms that were just the one shooting. He got a professional group. So thank you so much. And he even paid for that. So, no, Chef, we promise
Oh,
we're going to there. We will eat a lot, especially my sons. They eat a lot. So we're good. Whenever we go there, Chef, they give us a bigger table because we're four, but we eat for like 7 people. So go to Chef's
okay.
House restaurants. Don't forget Petit Fleur in Poblacion and also Sau Sau. And if you're in Pampanga, 25. So everybody here is saying thank you so much. But Chef, can we ask you to take a picture with all of us before we close?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm now going to move to gallery view so we can all have a picture with Steph. There you go. Everybody, cameras out, please. I mean, cameras out. Pwede rin. Video, cameras on, please, so we can take your picture. Ayan, all coming out na. Everybody, please, if you can okay, that's perfect. So everybody smile. And always 3 angles. And one more. And now I'm going to go to the second page so we can all have pictures of Steph. And again. Oh, wait, can we just wait for Margie Duavit so I can include her in the picture? Margie, you keep going in and out. I think your network lost. So one more here. We'll just do one more picture for Margie. She's the shot. And who else? Okay, somebody just opened her camera. So please humor me. Want to make sure.
Okay, Anna, I've been getting like, I got like 11 answers here.
Oh no, what's the first?
Yeah. Okay, it's a tie because one messaged me and one texted me. So I'm giving away 2 cookbooks.
Wow, okay. Do you know the
Okay.
phone numbers of who they are so we know who won?
Okay, somebody messaged me, so she has her name here. Of course, one of the winners is Trisha Tensuan. Hi, Trisha.
Congratulations.
And another one is just telephone number.
What's the number?
Hold on, ha? Yon, si Margie Duavit.
Margie, kaya pala you're going in and out, no? You were attending to that, so kaya wala siya sa picture. Kaya daya talaga. Congratulations, Margie. Okay, Margie, now you can smile big time for this because you won a book. Okay, so congratulations to Margie, congratulations to Trisha, and of course, thank you so much to Chef Sao. I mean, who gives his bestseller and prized heirloom recipe to everybody? People to people who don't even know him. It takes a very good soul and a very confident chef to do that. And I think, in all fairness, we have a chef who's very big-hearted here. He's as big-hearted as his food is good. If you haven't eaten yet in Cafe Fleur, please do. It's a beautiful place. Take the corner table in the second floor. That's my spot whenever I go there. And I love taking my boys because they eat like there's no tomorrow. And especially when we're there, it's so much gusto. So don't forget Cafe Fleur. Don't forget Sau Sau, 25C in Pampanga, and mostly if you really want to get up close and personal with Chef Sao, like I did, get his book. I love this book. I really do. And I'm particularly
Thank
proud
you.
when Filipino chefs put up their own cookbooks because we buy cookbooks of international chefs. But even more, we should patronize the chefs of our very own. And with Chef Sao, you don't just get Filipino flair. It's nice if a chef, you organize it. At the very end, you put the most important, the Filipino goodie. But before that, he has his take on European food and then Oriental food, and lastly, Filipino food. So, I'm telling you, super worth it. I'm sorry, Chef, I'm a fan kasi, no, can't you tell?
Yeah, I just like to thank everyone for watching, and like what she said, you could visit us in Cafe Flor. Our new baby is Sau Sau. We boast the best of Philippine cuisine. This is not just about Kapampangan food. We highlight so much on regional cuisine, and we put a flair in it. So don't miss. We have the classic favorites, and it goes very well with our selected signature cocktails. So you have my number if you want. I know we get full as well. It's hard to book, but you got my number. I will cancel anyone for you guys.
Oh, you heard that? Nako, chef, don't say that. You don't say that. How many are we here? We are 30, almost 40. You don't want 40 assumptionists nagging you because believe me, we're gonna nag you. We're gonna tell you, we need a table for 20 tonight.
Well,
The number of chef, okay?
okay, thank you guys.
Thank
Really
you,
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And Jenny, do you want to say a few? You want to say a few words about to say thank you to Chef Jenny? Of course, is Chef's good friend. Jenny was in charge of this, so Jenny, over to you.
Thanks again, Sao. Super appreciate cooking for
Thank you.
us on this day off of yours. I know you're very busy and very tired with your successful restaurants. I'm so happy for you, Sao. Thank you.
It was fun. I know it's so engaging, and she's
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you a lot.
Nako, Chef, I don't know if I should read this. There's already somebody saying, I will take up Chef Sau's offer for a birthday celebration. Nako, you warned Chef, gonna be texting me. But
Sige.
thank you, thank you for being so wonderful. And I assure you that all the women here can be very wonderful friends. Woo, there. Chef Sau, sending you Korean hearts. Thank you so much. And everybody,
Bye.
thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Jen, for making this possible. Bye-bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank
Now,
you.